So Shroud is updating, so you get to play the intro.
Casey
Cough,
Cupcake.
cough. We're late.
Yeah.
Or you're late. I'm on time. Again. Imagine that.
Somebody's pregnant.
Imagine that.
Laz is late and Jack is the father.
That's right.
You are the father.
Casey, have you seen Slash Flowers yet? It's like an explosion in Led's face.
They got it.
I need to get Atos to give me the whole table.
Single player.
All right.
Morning, everyone.
Right on the set. Good morning. Right on the set. Get ready to run it.
You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other better freaking place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than a dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right.
Yep, and today is the release 30. Release 30 is here.
Today is release 30. That is correct. We are 2 releases away from final wipe here in Shroud and Avatar. For the record, it is May 26, 2016 here in Shroud and Avatar. It is a Thursday, and we want to welcome everybody to the show today. We have a whole crowd of people hanging out in front of us.
30th.
Enjoying some of the new dances out there that we're going to talk to you about. Some folks have been sporting the new pets out there. We got Gick sitting down, taking a little break, listening in out there.
Well, he has to do his Zen sit after he did his flowers emote. Because he unleashed.
We finally got the fabled headbang emote that we've been talking about.
This one?
Yeah, we got Slash Headbang, but no cupcakes still.
That's the one. All right.
And for those of you that are out there patching, the Steam Patcher is a lot faster than the actual game client patcher. So if you have a Steam install, you'll be able to update significantly faster. And as far as like how the patch is done, it is actually done just like a torrent. So if you go into your options, you can actually see on, and I wish I could display this on screen, but I can't. You can actually help upload game data via PT or peer-to-peer, and you can actually set actually set the max upload limit, and so you can actually help people download faster. So it is, but you would have to leave the launcher open after you have started playing. So you would have to uncheck a few things. Yeah, it is a huge party
everywhere today. We've got our irregular regulars in the chat room, of course. We've got a bunch of our regulars hanging out in front, and then we got a whole bunch of other folks hanging out. We got people joining us everywhere today, and it's just great to see all the folks out celebrating and enjoying the release here today. We've got Lady Jade joining us as well, giving us an update on the Virtue League here shortly. How you doing today, Jade?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
It's always great hearing you and giving us those updates out there, what's happening out there in the world. Of course, lots of news, lots of fun stuff. As you can see, everybody's out here enjoying. Most obvious thing you're probably going to see on your screens is those of us wearing the Hospitaller flag. You'll notice the color change. We actually have a nice purplish I don't know what, violet-colored Hospitaler tag now.
Well, not just that. If you actually look at your names, it has changed color. It is now gray.
Oh, looks white to me still.
Yeah, white. Mine looks a little grayish, and NPCs also looked a little grayish as well. Like if you look over at the vendors,
All PC.
yeah, all NPCs are whitish gray. To me, it's I can't tell if it's
everything
pure-
looks, well, it all stands out, and I know that they've just made some adjustments on that for several reasons. But of course, the most noticeable, of course, is the color change on that one. Most of the other ones are just going to be a little bit clearer, and for the folks who are colorblind, they'll be able to see things a whole lot better out there.
I had to change it just to Outlander just for you.
There you go. Now the Outlander, of course, a little different color, and I like that, a little bit more muted as it may be.
So
Now,
it looks
something
like
pointed out to me, all the new sliders in the volume control center there. That was interesting, and we really haven't had a chance to play with that. Scrota is not here, which leaves us lacking just a little. Let's see if I can. Let's see how that sounds. Through the
I loaned my loot to someone, and I forgot who it was.
could have been me.
Yeah,
Could have been.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Laz giving us a finger there.
Well, that and the slider actually works while you're playing, so I can actually adjust it on the fly. So, and instead of like having to apply anything.
Let's bring this up on everybody on the screen for everybody. We've got all sorts of controls now: master, music, sound effects, avatar. What is avatar? I'm going to guess that's our footsteps and all the actions we do.
There's a check mark for footsteps down at the bottom, but if you notice, like certain emotes, like laugh, they generally have some sort of sound associated with them, or they used to.
I just updated my client an hour ago. Haven't played with it a little bit.
So there was laughing.
You playing with your client again? I tell you, you dirty old man.
Yeah. Yep, I'm using both hands. I have to.
Brittany Fields is not your client.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but we still have lots of changes, lots of new additions to this release. And earlier today, I linked you to something that I think is actually pretty nice of the devs. And that was the link to the Steam community review, or the release 30 instructions on Steam.
Let me pull that up.
It is in Discord. Right above your picture that you sent earlier.
I got it. Oh, that's Bob. That's not what I was looking for.
You're not looking for Microsoft Bob for Led Zepp. But what I wanted to point out on this...
how do you spell your name, Bob?
Yeah. What I wanted to point out was the fact that they've got the warning. This game is early access pre-alpha. Please do not purchase it unless you want to actively support development of the game via crowdfunding, bug testing, and feedback. Please only purchase if you are also prepared to handle periodic wipes, serious issues, and incomplete content. Please read the negative reviews prior to purchase, many of which warn you of the current unfinished state of the game. And that is one where...
Oh my God.
I am glad that they put that disclaimer at the very top of the release 30 instructions on the Steam client, because this is one where it's like people do not pay attention to frequently. What were you going to say?
They think they get it and think it's
been out there for quite some time.
Yeah, it's been there, but I didn't really pay attention to it before, and I don't think it was on the release instructions.
Somebody actually asked in chat the other day. And they said, why all the negative Steam reviews? And I said, well, first off, people don't read that. Second off, they don't realize that, yes, the developers themselves wrote that, and they encourage you to read the negative reviews, but also read the disclaimer that, we are under development. And I pointed out that many of these reviews are very old, from when the game was real young still, and before we had everything we've got.
Well, that is one where Steam has recently changed their reviewing process, and they give you essentially the most recent, and then they also give you overall. And so it's like the most recent reviews will be the ones that actually dictate whether or not you see mostly negative, mostly positive, and then your overall is going to be where everything really sits. And so as people get really frustrated with the update to combat that we just saw, and you start looking at negative reviews, it's something that it's like, they also put the disclaimer out there that it could take them up to 2 months to actually work on issues, and it was early iteration of it. It's not where they really want it to be.
Not everyone is literate.
Well, no. I don't have time to go out there and read everything. There's a reason I only pay attention to certain things on the forums.
I get it all in email, and I filter it out very effectively. Thank you. Every month we get a new release. Every month I hit the forums, and I follow all the bug report forums, and it all comes conveniently into my inbox, and I can just go, ooh, that's what's happening. Ooh, that's a hot topic. That's nothing, and boom, I'm up to date. Don't have to sit trolling the forums to find out what's going on and get it delivered right into my inbox.
Bug reports and dev posts are the most important ones.
That's right.
Yep.
And the most important one, of course, for us is the stand-up corner.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, we have yesterday's stand-up corner over here waiting for us. But do we want to do stand-up today? We want to show off some of the new stuff. We see Lace running around with a flower crown on.
Yeah.
So we can see that.
And she's right in front of my screen, so we can really look at it. Oops, until I pan my camera the wrong direction. Yeah. So it is a mix of
dragonfly out there.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything.
Give me the juggle emote, but I ain't got no balls.
You can do some horrible things.
You said it.
You're the one that said it already, man.
You heard it here first, folks. Led Zeppelin's got no balls.
Look,
I believe
balls.
I believe that the head banging emote can help greatly in producing a lot of nut butter.
Yeah, I don't know about headbang. Okay. Yeah.
You know what? You just need to pay attention to the flash flowers emote.
You just bursting with flowers.
Oh yeah.
Let's see that there.
I got that on the wrong guy. Wrong account.
It's that explosion of flowers. Great.
Oh yay.
An orgasm of flowers.
Oh yeah. Yep. And then after that, if you notice the emote comment, he releases the flower power.
Flower power.
Oh no, freaking
Release the flower power.
And for some reason, today, as far as I keep trying to, instead of sitting down, I'm trying to decorate the lot for some odd reason while double clicking on the chair. So something's changed there.
Release the flower.
Yep.
I see. Whoa! There's a big dragonfly just flew right up in front of the screen there.
Yeah.
I love that Dark Star dance that everybody's doing. What is that? Which one is that supposed to be? Him doing the Carlton?
Yeah, that's the Starlton.
The Starlton. I was unsure of the pronunciation of that. The Starlton. I got it.
Is that what Crafty's doing?
That's what I'm doing right now.
I don't see Crafty. Where is Crafty?
Crafty's over there. Yep.
Lace looks like she's dry.
I see Lace doing headbang. I see Moby Doy doing, yeah.
Here, why don't you look right next to you?
Crafty, yeah.
That is the Starleton.
Starleton.
Good form, Jack. Good form.
That's right.
You better get that practice in because there's going to be a test on this down at Hoblot next week.
How do you have that?
Yeah, I thought it was.
It was given to me by one and only Dark Star. So I logged.
When did you run into Dark Star?
See, that was one of the first people I ran into when I logged in.
More like chase down.
No. He was in Al's head. He was in Al's head. Right off the lot, right at the right in front of the bulk teleport scrolls. Where kind of like where everybody's standing right now. So, and if you want the Starleton, you just need to come up to me and open up a trade, and hopefully I'm not reading something else and I acknowledge your presence. So yes. Now we do need to finish up the everything that's come into the game this release.
Haven't had a chance to mess with it.
Yeah, so if you open up a trade with me, I will give you the Starleton. And I may or may not give you something else.
That's funny.
That sounds bad.
I know, it sounds so dirty, doesn't it? I may unleash the flower power.
Give me some nut butter. And the Carlton.
You don't get
all
the
sorts
Starleton.
of fun stuff. Gotta love this.
Okay, so do we want to go back to the release notes for this release? So that way we can
do that. Is
Who let the dog out?
yeah. Speaking of dogs, my dogs are going crazy over here. I gotta go see what the hell the problem is here. So let me get this going, and then I will step away for just a second, and we will get on with it.
So we'll go ahead and bring up the release notes from the other day, where we can talk about the single player offline additions and changes to the game.
All right. I got that on screen, and I will be right back.
So single player offline, they've fleshed out a little bit more. The most important thing is in the form of save games and companions. Remember, there are 3 different companions that are available. One is going to be Dupre, Fiona, and then let's see, I forgot who the third one. Oh well. But companions are a hallmark of Lord British games and will appear for the first time in Release 30 in offline mode. They are not in single player mode, only in offline mode. So make sure that if you want to test that feature out, go ahead and do so. Fiona Fitzowen is going to be related somehow to YOLO Fitzowen. And then from there, go through, find her in Ardoris in the Pelajar's Tavern, so that's where she's hanging out. Save game features, you end up with players can now create and load save game files can be transferred between computers as long as each computer is on the same version of Shroud of the Avatar.
Nice.
Save game data is currently tied to version, so when we publish new versions we may overwrite the save game data, which means until they get all those kinks worked out, if you are testing single player offline mode, you might experience your own little save game wipe. And then user interface polish. If everybody notice, players see it's a very light gray, it's not white. Haha. So please make sure that you've got that handy. Let's go ahead. And I'm trading the Starleton and giving someone else headbang, someone that deserves it. So you do have a.
And the
I'm giving the
and the Starleton.
That's right. Yeah. So then after that, so you've got solid black window for chat, which is an option. So if you go into your options for your chat, you can now do solid black window or an opaque background. And new color scheme for titles and nameplates. So party members are dark blue, guild members are sky blue, players are a light gray, friendly non-NPC killable are gray, neutral are light green, and then you've got various shades of purple and pink for devs. But then you look at the PvP flagged. It's a little bit more of a variety. So hostile, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and then you have the founder titles. So substantial changes there. And they have a new handwritten notes font, which means that any kind of books that you have will end up being a little bit different.
Huh.
So yeah, and the funny part is, like, someone's asking me to teach them all of the emotes that I have while I'm doing this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, being a little chintzy, handing them out one at a time there, or what?
Yeah,
Well,
that was
Well, right now I am handing out. Are you look? Yeah, I'm not displaying what I'm actually doing on screen right now. So if you come up and open a trade window with me, remember I will teach you the Starlton. So
Is the flowers reteachable? Because I got it on the wrong account.
I'd rather look it up.
How did you get it on the wrong account? In order to get the flowers emote,
Yeah,
you actually
really.
have to go to the bank and claim your rewards. And you will also notice that you also have a bunch of new Crowns of the Obsidian Order. So that's out there as well. So collapse tooltips. Big changes are out there as well. Player-owned towns have a lock submission will appear in-game, but they have actually done the Grasslands PRT. The newest style of the Grasslands player-run template can be found around Novia. We've managed that. Player lot pathfinding has been
page out there.
Yeah, new web page. That's what I was hoping that they were talking about.
Yes,
But-
it's under the player-owned towns where you go into the add-on store, and there's actually pictures they've added. Starr has actually made a new web page so that you can see all that.
A little late, but
And I'll find that in all my tabs in a couple of minutes. So they have updated player-owned town Tropical Island Template 01, which is going to be tropical, or you end up with the other types of trees. So they have updated that a little bit as well. And then after that, you've got the rotated POT templates are also in the add-on store right now. Or not the add-on store, but if you have an unlocked submission,
The new web page. Yeah.
then you will actually be able to go ahead and rotate your player-owned town, so it actually becomes significantly different.
Stella Moon joining the crowd out there.
Yeah, so
Really?
I'm completely missing chat windows and everything else as I'm trying to read this stuff. So, and
There's a lot going on today, so
yeah,
don't-
they're
don't,
also working on the technology for doing POT updates without wipes. So they can they have the technology to process template owner and name changes that previously required a wipe. Please note that template changes will force all contents of the town into the bank. So if you change owner, they can just do that without a wipe, which is actually really cool. And then you have new balloon teleporters. If you have an island template and you're in a landlocked town, you would, in order to access that island template, you would actually have to hop on a balloon, or you have boats if you have some sort of water feature that they can actually connect to. And then new dynamic pots, lots went in. Lots of interconnections, so world map's been updated.
Lots.
Yeah. And if you go out onto the overworld map, you will notice significant changes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
haven't
They have done several levels of detail upgrades, and That includes burned down Tavern
Brittany
City
doesn't
walls.
even look
Yeah.
like Brittany has for the last year and a half.
Yeah, so that is
I
completely
mean,
different.
It's a whole different ball game out there right now, and
Yeah.
looks really nice. Hope they got the bridge over by Erdoris put back in.
Yeah, that was not on the QA server. Yeah.
That missing. Oops.
Gonna have to go check that one out.
That's what you use a spacebar key for.
Oh yeah, there was no
Yeah.
space bar on this one. There was a bridge missing, and you couldn't cross over. It was funny. But anyway, moving right along.
But if you don't know what levels of detail are, so if you think of the house that is behind us, behind our lot, the Lord of the Manor castle that is behind our lot, levels of detail would mean that at this distance it would actually have it would load fewer polys on our screen. But since not all levels of detail have been implemented, it loads the full number of polys that are available. So that would be millions and millions of polys.
Parrots or what? Parrots?
Polygons.
Polygons.
Probably want to crack it.
And texture resolution
Yeah.
also, I think.
Yes.
Polygon,
And
where'd the parrot?
so as they increase the levels of detail, that means that things in the distance will actually have a reduced memory footprint, and things up close will have more. But right now it's loading a lot of almost everything, especially all of your character detail is loaded no matter how far away someone is in a scene. So if one person is in one corner and the other person is in the opposite corner, it's loading the exact same number of polys, even though you can't see them.
Yeah. I have to say loading my loin area is pretty large. A lot of polys in my loin area.
Well,
It's pretty empty.
That makes free
well,
sense.
see, if there's a lot of
That little
detail,
parrot?
there's a lot of detail there for his no balls.
Yeah, he's got a little extra room down there.
Casey's
Detail
gonna
of
fix
nothing
that.
is nothing.
Casey's gonna fix that for me.
Casey's trying to connect his account to Steam so he can finally get in the game.
Well,
Dump that thing.
don't connect your account to Steam just to get the Steam client for faster installs.
Yeah, it's not worth doing that.
Yeah, that's not worth doing that.
No.
You get a cheap $22.50 account when it's on sale, and you use that.
There you go.
Yeah, use that for Steam.
But anyway,
Yeah, but
Wouldn't even bother that.
doing the fast downloader right now is not that important. Then after that, if you think about memory footprint, they have updated speed trees to reduce memory footprint, so that should help a lot. And scene optimizations to reduce texture load, and prop and texture audit to ensure proper import settings for a wide variety of items. Some of the smaller items actually have more polys than some of the larger items in game, so which is kind of funny. And then comes the biggie.
now,
I know.
I was going to say, you want to take a quick break before we get to that one, and let's let Jade give us an update. We'll take a little break from this for a second,
Yeah, we can.
and
We
then
will
we'll
let
come back
Jade
to the big
take
one,
stage.
and hopefully Jade will give us some commentary on the big one after she gives us commentary on the Virtue League. How's that sound? Because
That sounds great
after
to me.
all, she is
Yes, we
directly
can.
affected by this next big one.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh.
yes, it's the female character. So, and since you play a female character, you get to play with the new female avatar.
Woo-woo.
That's all. But
Okay.
anyway, how are you today?
I
And
am.
of course, welcome
I'm
again.
well. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, the Virtue League last night went well. We had a nice turnout, 16, 17 fighters. The favorite going in was Amara John, and was upset, although still ranked extremely high in the rankings, by Para, who won Tier 1. Relative
Nice.
newcomer, Akinma, took second place in Tier 1 and is really surprised the heck out of me, to be honest with you. Is showing great promise. Tier 2, Zenny was our winner in Tier 2, which will probably bump his rear end right up to Tier 1 for a while, and we'll see how he does up there.
The great Zini.
Yay!
Hey.
So, is the person that in Tier 1 that is the absolute last in the standings dropped down to Tier 2 for the next season?
When we start a new season, it's really kind of a cluster. We kind of look at the people, we look at the reputations, we look at the hit points, we look at the focus, and we kind of split them in half and just kind of, shoot arrows randomly in the air.
Okay, that sounds good.
But it works itself out in the end, because if, let's say, you do well at Tier 2 and it bumps you to Tier 1, but really you don't belong there. You just get your ass kicked and then bam, you're back down into Tier 2 where you belonged in the first place. So it really does work itself out. Right now, actually, he did not fight last night, but the leader by 1 point is still Job, followed by Amara, and then in third place currently is Para. Very exciting, some really top level fighters out last night and involved in the league, and it was a lot of fun. And we only had one spectator die due to the crazy targeting problem.
I love it.
And it was only one, and it was me.
That's funny.
And we are really looking forward to next week when we don't kill any spectators, because I've heard there's been a big fix on the targeting, which we are going to be really grateful for.
About that.
We'll see how well it works, and after we play around with it,
everybody acclimates to new changes. Again, I had some chance to go out. I don't know if Jack actually went out and played with it for a little bit.
Not on the live server yet.
And I'm not going to go into it today because, again, I haven't played with it in its final release iteration yet, so I won't go ahead and do that today. But that's good to hear. I love hearing the stories of the people who are in the stands who get killed during the fights because of the risk you take in that kind of atmosphere, and it's just fun.
It's the wild and crazy arrows going flipping everywhere.
I gotta love it. You take your life into your hands when you go out to the fights, and that just makes it all the more fun. That's
okay.
All.
Well, next week I'll be sure and give you a civilian death count. Okay.
There we go. We're not gonna have a civilian death count.
Friendly fire.
But cool. Always good to hear. And now 16 was the number of participants, was it?
16 or 17. I would have to go back and look. 16 or 17. Nice turnout. 20 is our record, so it's nice, solid. And since I run the brackets, it was less hectic than 20, and I was really happy about that.
That's good.
Very good.
Now it's too late to join, right? You can't just join up.
No, you can join.
Nope.
Yeah, we had 2 brand new fighters last night come in that had never fought before. So when a new fighter comes in, again, we do the same thing. We shoot arrows in the air. We take a look at them, their reputation, their hit points, and we put them somewhere.
I would say that Led Zepp belongs squarely in Tier 1 because he has 119 more hit points than I do. And the other day, I actually beat him twice.
I beat you 3 times, so there.
He needs to go in the Pee Wee League.
Yeah, Pee Wee League. Pee Wee League for Led Zepp.
Now moving on to next topic.
Female avatar.
We've had an
female
update
avatar.
To the female avatar. And Jade, since of course you do play a female avatar, what's your opinion? Is there any recent changes that you've noticed looking at your avatar coming into this release? Anything that
I had not noticed a thing. I came in, I whipped up some leather, and thank you to the developers for making the leather way less so I can actually move some of it around to vendors. And but no, I haven't looked, Laz, and if I go over to that screen, I won't be able to talk.
How's your makeup?
They do have a note here that morph targets for the female face have changed. This means that previously created female characters will likely look strange until you make a new character, especially in the chin area. Our apologies. So I don't know if you actually played around with your chin width or whatever.
That's what I'm curious
beforehand.
about, because coming into today's release, nobody really had to create a character coming in. So I was wondering if there was any noticeable differences to the eye right off the bat.
She looks right to me.
I like how Led Zepp's getting right up close to her and trying to.
Led Zepp's just getting right up there and rubbing up against her.
Well,
You better watch out there, Jay.
I just looked at my character thing, and her chin is a little bit smaller and delicate. I think she looks pretty good. Personally, I don't have any problems with it.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Supposedly, they also have updated the sliders and where people were confused about the tabs at the top, and so they've gone back to the next. You're setting your eyes. Next, you're setting your cheekbones. Next, you're setting this. So it's
sliders.
Yeah.
And not those kind of sliders.
I would like some bacon and cheese on my sliders. So then after that, we do have more polished wearables. So thank you to you guys at the office for updating this stuff and actually making things look a lot cooler. So chain helms, cloth helms, leather helms, merchant outfit, cloth doublet. They've updated a bunch of NPC dialogues and NPCs with a new male guard asset. So the guards in Ardoris will be completely unique to Ardoris. Character creation next button, which I had just talked about, and the spyglass that was in the stretch goal. If you are lucky enough to have one, you can actually see things far away. If you have the spyglass, I have a spyglass somewhere.
I believe I've got one or two floating around.
I think I've got a few. Pledge light enchanted items fixed. So the Lord Marshal helm will now once again increase the ambient life level. And then huge changes to the crafting system.
Crafting system has got some major changes. And even more so than what originally was we thought was going to come out. There was some last minute changes there. And there was some talk about repair kits disappearing, but apparently they're not going anywhere.
No, repair kits will not repair the durability even if you take them to a crafting station.
Read on, my friend. Read on.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about like maximum durability?
I'm talking about, there was a blurb originally that said we're removing repair kits altogether. Now we refer to repair kits. Repair kits will still repair, but just they won't do durability. You know, so if your maximum durability is 40 and your weapon's at 20, you can still use a repair kit to get it back to 40.
40, yeah.
Apparently. But originally it was wording stating that they were going to remove them.
Yeah,
which I thought was a little weird.
In order to repair durability now, you actually have to use a Crown of the Obsidian Order. So that's going to... So, and this is where I mentioned that if you go to your bank and you claim your rewards, you will have a bunch of Crowns of the Obsidian Order. And I think that was just given to us as a pledge reward because this was also for everybody right now. And I guess somebody wants... Holly wants headbang. She wants a little head, and then she wants
to check out her butt.
You're so dirty.
And she means really. So where is Holly, and what does her butt look like?
She's right behind me.
Checking out Holly's butt. Oh, she wasn't joking. Tell Holly. Holly's got to come out in front of us.
The only problem is like people keep on opening up trade windows on my screen as I'm doing this stuff, so I can't even look at her butt.
There she goes. Now she's
so how am I supposed to be looking at this if Casey opens up a trade right then? And why am I running around the chair?
How come the girls get fancy underwear, but we get diapers?
Yeah, we get.
That's because we're guys, you know. We get BB.
We get. No, we don't even get. We get diapers. The male avatar has full-on diapers.
They must have known it was going to be Led Zepp hanging around.
Well, yeah, they did take that into consideration while making the male avatar. They took Led Zepp in there.
Hey, you didn't
That's
accept
great.
my duel. You want to try out the new combat system, Jack, since you're talking?
But,
and I believe I'm trying to do a show.
I gotta admit, that's something to look at. That's
So-
a lot better than looking at.
Yeah. So let's go back to crafting real quick. So exceptional items, critical success during carpentry, smithing, tailoring will create exceptional weapons and armor that have increased durability up to plus 50. That's actually what I would like to see them actually do, is actually have grades of critical success. Plus 10, plus 20, plus 40, plus 50. And so that way you actually do have a huge sliding scale on the critical success. So these exceptional items are able to absorb more special qualities from masterworking and enchanting due to their increased durability. And then Masterworks can use a new crafting skill called Masterworks to add modifiers to weapons and armor. Each time a masterworking is done on an item, a small amount of durability is lost, and there is a chance the item will be destroyed. The chance of destruction increases with the number of modifiers on the item, but the Masterwork skill helps to boost success chance. For now, the modifiers are simple stat increases, plus 5 strength, but in release 31, these will become very specific to each item type. Plus 5 to blade damage, plus 3 to whatever.
Gonna make all sorts of interesting new weapons once we get that fleshed out.
Yeah. And
should
in
make
order
for an interesting world to see what people can create.
And an item must have at least 30 maximum durability in order to be masterworked or enchanted. And enchanting now also removes durability each time, just like Masterworks. And for now, it's just simple plus 5s, but in release 31, alchemy, including gem socketing, will expand to cover a lot more magical properties, including elemental damage resistance and random chances to cast spells on hits.
Oh,
very nice.
And we did touch on the maximum durability earlier, and this is where maximum durability really does become important, because if you actually look at this, as part of this change, we have normalized durability for all items to the following values. Hands, feet, 50, helm, 80, legs, 100, chest, 100, for partial, or 150 for full, and then, so that means you're going to be replacing your gauntlets and boots quite frequently. And then not so frequently as your chest. And then weapons will have 100, rings and amulets will have 50. And then crafting station bonuses are now properly applying bonuses. So crafting changes, huge. It's going to change
over the place.
All of it, yeah.
And for those decorators down the bottom there, some new furniture recipes to go along with that.
And for your harvesting stuff,
swords on the woodworking table anymore, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. And their gathering time bonuses. So if you had a gathering time bonus skill was reduced 30%, and the pickaxe with true bronze engraving gathering time bonus was reduced 20%. So no longer will it be all nearly instantaneous. And then new furniture, new furniture recipes. Yeah. The brown version of all the fancy stuff. And then social stuff, we have new emotes. The Starleton, which you can learn from me. Remember, just open up a trade window with me during or anytime you see me, and I will give that to you if I'm at my computer. Then the /
Don't do it while he's on the show or he'll gripe.
Yep,
only if you participate in the show frequently.
Wash your hands afterwards.
Yeah. Cower, table flip, new defaults, / headbang, / giggle, / goodbye are now granted to all players. Although I did not have / headbang, I had to learn it from someone else. And then bug fixes, noble chats work again, so you can watch all kinds of spam. The Splash Flowers emote, remember, in order to claim the Spring Telethon rewards, you have to go to the bank and click on the button that says Claim Rewards. And then you want to do the next part? I think Laz is dealing with the Windows.
You want to claim rewards? Yes, I went and I claimed rewards. I did that. And let's show a couple of these off. we've got, of course, the giant butterfly reward and the giant dragonfly reward. And let's. I have to put that on. How about the pet? I can't put the pet. Damn it! You're gonna make me work here.
Well, I didn't claim those parts. The only thing I claimed was slush flowers.
Is that reteachable? Teachable?
No, it is not.
Are they rose petals?
If you hit O, then you will see that flowers has a dash beside teachability, so it is not reteachable.
I can't even
Put it on the wrong account.
I am having the damnedest.
I did the wrong account, Casey.
And I'm still curious why you only did it on one account. You should have done it on multiple accounts so you get multiple rewards. So that way you can turn around and sell them later.
Not everybody has $15, Rich.
Well, I gave 25, so I could have spread it out among accounts, I guess.
There we go.
Yep.
Pull one of these bad boys up.
You finally got the giant dragonfly.
Yeah, well, the reward had to be opened up, and then it's got to be put on the barn because I own the lot. It wasn't letting me put it on the lot.
Stupid
But
lie.
yes, the new Spring Telethon rewards are in-game, as you can see here. And we have the Dragonfly and Butterfly, which finally made it. And looking fun. I don't know if I want to look at that all day long. That would annoy me like the real thing. Sitting there fluttering around my head all day. Now,
I will say the coolest cloak in game right now is the one that's worn by Gix.
And which one would that be?
Do you see him over there by the piano on my lot?
Suck up.
I can see him over there, but I can't see him. If you know what I mean.
Right click on him and examine him, and then you can actually bring up his paper doll.
It's like Game of Thrones.
Look at his helmet.
Oh yeah,
Can't
his Viking
bring up,
helmet. I like how Gix walked over towards you.
Hey, y'all make it sound like I ain't doing 15 other things over here right now.
You're not.
You're supposed to be doing the show.
Yeah, just do
Come
that.
on, as multitasking.
Yeah.
And
What
there
you
he
got
is.
Windows for?
He's walked right out in the middle of the screen for us.
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
right.
modeling it for us. Thank you, Gix.
And
do
as
appreciate
I
that.
told him before the show, that cloak gives me a chub.
Now, what kind of cloak is that? Can we see what it is?
Viking
a
cloak.
Viking cloak. Oh,
Viking
yes.
cloak.
Very nice.
Durability is already
Viking
down.
helm.
That
And he
dev
got-
gives a lady we know a chub.
And he also has a targe.
Oh, and Gix
Ladies.
dances the Macarena for us while he's at it.
Oh yeah.
I have not seen that one yet.
You know, I
Oh,
like
with the hop and the turn.
Oh, okay.
No, that is cool. Does it go all the way around?
Maybe
That
it's
is
incomplete.
cool.
That's cool though.
Can you bring up anybody's plate? I can't get any hit points off of anybody.
Yeah, we know you can't get it up, so stop telling the world about it.
They make little blue pills for that. Jeez, man.
I took the Valium instead of. I guess I don't know.
Thankfully, today is only Thursday, or as we like to appropriately call it, Thursday around here.
Yep.
But we are coming up close to the top of the hour, of course. We have
Yep.
so much fun. The time slips on by.
I was going to say
And,
that the last part of the dev notes is the audio changes.
Yes, the audio and the ambience and ambient
Yep.
assets.
You got a
Yeah,
lot
they did
more
a nice
stuff.
job on the assets.
They're just packed full of stuff. And again, we've been telling everybody that just be patient. We knew this was going to be crammed full of crafting stuff. We knew it was going to be crammed full with a lot of content for the folks. So again, you see them working on the Courage line out there as well. All sorts of great stuff. And just got to give these guys credit for that. We will go and check out the combat system a little bit more in depth before we come back and give you a full report on that one. But
before we start discussing that one,
let's go ahead and get the rest of this stuff out of the way. That's pretty much it for what's been put in. We'll cover what they've been working on. And of course, we know they're going to be chasing a whole bunch of bugs over the next few days and making a couple patches and changes. Bug. That's right.
That's right. So and tomorrow we'll end up with the Fire Lotus
screen for everybody.
Yep.
Yes. Friday's traditional.
Fire Lotus parted. And it's on the calendar this time. What the hell? Okay, so today is Thursday, May 26th. Remember, our community calendar is provided by our friends over at Avatar Circle. It is currently administered by Kazan Phoenix Fire or Wrath Phoenix on the forums. All times on the calendar are New Britannia time, which in the real world is commonly referred to as Central Standard Time in the U.S. because Port Alarm is headquartered in the best city in the world, Austin, Texas. Okay, so today at noon, which started 51 minutes ago, we have lunch with Laz and Jack. I hope everybody's paying attention to that. Remember, it will be rebroadcast on Radio Free Britannia at 3, 6, 9, and 12. And then after that, we also have... Dirty bastards. They're always wearing the same shirt. One of them's always wearing the same shirt. Okay, so today at 4 on Avatar's Radio, we do have Golden Wing Okan with 5 o'clock somewhere, because it's 5 o'clock on the East Coast. Then it will be 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. Then it will be 5 o'clock Mountain Time.
Somewhere.
Yeah. So, at 6 o'clock on Avatar's Radio, after DJ Golden Wing Okan, we have Dr. DJ Selly doing his faster and louder, so he can use that new emote and do some slash headbang. At 7 o'clock, if you're interested in some PvE, join Kazan Phoenix Fire or Malakas for the Phoenix Republic PvE nights. At 8 o'clock on Avatar's Radio, we have DJ Striker Sparhawk doing Lost in the Spaces. Then if you're interested in PvP, go join Pestilence out in Finchfield, which is on the Novia map. If you can't find Finchfield, use sodamap.com to do that. And the registration is between 8 and 8:50, and then the battles begin promptly at 9. Then after that, the final event for tonight is going to be Apollux Evanhart doing Temper Tantrum T-Days. And I just received a bunch of messages from somebody.
That's it. Is there are there any last minute notices that we got to get out here for tonight? Is there a big old party happening tonight that Justin's about to message you and tell you?
That the rebroadcast of Lunch with Laz and Jack is not at 9 o'clock because you can listen to none other than Justin on Radio Free Britannia. So WRFB-DB.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I forgot about that. We got to get that on the schedule. That's right. Every Thursday between 8 and 10, you can catch DJ Justin on WRFB here, Radio Free Britannia. She's been slowly taking over the airwaves on Thursday nights and getting used to what it's like for all our random craziness out here. So if you got nothing to do while you're out there doing the daily grind, check her out tonight, 8 p.m. on Radio Free Britannia.
While you're testing out those new combat systems, you got to have something to do.
Absolutely. Maybe she'll get together with Eclipse and the two of them will go crazy together. Who knows? But moving right along, we are at the top of the hour, which means it's time for us to get ready and get up and get out of here. And that, of course, means we got to thank everybody before we go ahead and take off for today. So, of course, I'm going to bring our sponsors up on screen, and we're going to tell you all about them. I'm sure you guys know some of our sponsors, for those of you who are regulars, and if not, for those of you who don't, is our latest sponsor is sodacrafting.wiki, Shroud of the Avatar's first fully searchable craftable wiki page out there on the internet. Of course, our good friend Ben over at Relics by Rild, relicsbyrild.com for all your Shrouded Avatar swag. He's got the t-shirts, he's got the hats, he's got the patches, he's got the drinkware, he's got it all. And you can get 10% off with the promo code NBNN when you place your order at relicsbyrild.com. Our friend Jacob White over at sodamap.com for all your travel needs. You'll never get lost in the world because Sodamap is truth. And Lord British himself said it. If you ever need to find someplace or where something's located, check out sodamap.com. And of course, our friends over at Soda Taming and sodacraft.com. Those guys done all the hard work for you, and you can check out all your taming needs and all your crafting needs at sodataming.com and sodacrafting.com. And of course, sodacraft.com, my bad. And of course, last but not least, our good friends over at shroudmarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs here in Shrouded Avatar. Jack, you want to tell the good folks about the marketplace?
Yes,
stuff out there.
Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. Eventually, after Final Wipe, I'm expecting to see all kinds of crafted items showing up on the marketplace as well. But if you have something that you want to sell to other community members for real world cash, you can do so as long as it's something that you can provide as soon as possible. That includes things like Scrota's music service thing, where $1 gets you
anything you want.
That's right. Scrota will follow you around for an hour playing music and not providing the happy ending, so there might be a little bit of disappointment there. Or if you're looking
ending for promo, that's right.
Yeah, no happy ending for promo. If you're interested in like having an in-game wedding and you need a venue as well as an officiant and you need a little bit of everything else, tuxes, wedding dresses, a little bit of everything, you can contact Laz for Weddings and More by Laz. Yay.
That's right. Need a private island for your venue, whether it be a wedding or party or an event? Come and see me because I've got it.
And then after that, if you're looking for some of their other rare items, remember there are a variety of different vendors. And if you want to set yourself up as a vendor because you have something to sell or a service to provide for others, just click on vendor registration, select a plan, and then go for it. And for now, it's like I would go with the free plan.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it. Any balls for sale on there? My jug line?
Need some balls.
We know yours are.
Well, we're not giving you any balls whatsoever.
Jeez. Oh, man. The piece here.
I know. It's Led Zeppelin's lack of balls.
Stay around here.
Oh, that is a bathroom, but
he's juggling those non-existent balls on screen.
I know. It's like, yeah.
But meanwhile, it's coming up to the top of the hour. Of course, it is release 30. It is release day here in Shroud of the Avatar. All sorts of new stuff, everybody to play with. All sorts of new stuff to explore out there. We didn't mention any of that stuff out there. And going to be fun. We're going to go do a little hunting and check out what's going on. And we'll get more of that up to you as soon as we find out what's happening out there in the world, of course. We'll find out what the basic opinion is. And, of course, everybody's having fun playing with all their new emotes and other things here. Going to play with some crafting, find out how that's working. And, of course, we will bring that all to you as we learn about it here in Shroud of the Avatar on NBN. So, meanwhile, thanks. Thanks to everybody out there for listening. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks for joining us today, as always. And Jack, do you want to go ahead and take us on out of here?
Yes, thank you everybody for showing up, participating. Remember, you are free to join us in Discord. You just have to go to nbnn.info and click on the link that's just provided in Twitch as well. It is going to be nbnn.info. Click on the connect button. It will ask you for a name if you do not have a registered account for Discord, and then from there you just go into the green room, then join us in the live on air channel, although frequently we forget to go into that channel. And just sit there. If you feel like you've got a question you want to interrupt us, please do so. We are here for you, and we expect everybody to participate, because participation makes this a much easier show to tolerate, and it makes it funnier, because then you get great lines like Led Zeppelin with no balls.
The audience out there, we've got some comedians out in the audience as well.
I know, yeah.
And of course, we love you all out there. We love you joining us, singing the one-liners at us, giving us reminders of things that we may have forgotten, because of course we're not perfect. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today, and we'll be back with you tomorrow here in Shroud of the Avatar for the weekend wrap-up. Going to remind you all, no shows next week, and the top of the week after that we are doing Hoblock, and we will be there all week long, and we will be doing some shows from there and bringing them to you afterwards. In the meantime, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
It's Case Cupcakes.
It's Scroda.
And we are NBNN. Stay tuned to NBNN for more news, crazy entertainment, wild happenings, sports, and anything else we can bring you here in Shroud of the Avatar, bad Led Zepp jokes, and more. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, of course. And Holly's butt shaking in front of us on the screen. We love that.
As she waves goodbye.
Waves goodbye to us.
Yeah, butt job, yep. Butt jobs.
He's got a cute butt. I like to watch her shake it. Shake that butt. Shake it.
I love
shake it real good. I like big butts.
And I cannot lie.
Led Zepp's got no balls.
I know. That is going to be on the soundboard after the show.
Jack,
and it's going to be spammed all the time. Hey, I gave him the Starleton, and after that I finished it off with the slash flowers and a nap.
A special prize at Hobloth will be my balls.